Hey guys, Wolf here. As you can see, I am in the kitchen. We are going through some remodeling for the home office, so I can't really tape in there today. But I did want to get the video vlog up for the channel update today. I have been talking about it on stream. Speaking of which, we'll get into the updates on what I've been doing recently. Uh, as you see, I've been kind of slow on the YouTube channel. Haven't really done any updates since the TCL ended. Although we do have the off season of the TCL happening towards the end of this month, beginning of May, in preparation for trying to fill that summer slot before the NPA ends and the TCL season 3 starts. I believe end of, like, probably close to the end of summer, if I remember correctly. I'd have to look at the dates again. I know nothing's set in stone right now, but as far as I know, that's going to be the plan for PokeTubing related, in terms of streaming Pokemon tournaments and leagues and stuff like that. That's pretty much the plan. I have no intention of currently getting into other leagues. That was the intention at first, but plans have changed, in part because I've started streaming. Now, um, the reason, in part, why I started streaming currently on the PS4 is because my computer's in bad need of an upgrade. Um, I've been trying to get a loan secured, but as most people are in that middle class territory, getting a loan is extremely hard right now, given our economy and the fact that a lot of people just aren't making money, myself included. You know, supporting a family of three, working a full-time job, it's rough. It really is. So, um, while I'm trying to raise money for getting the computer upgraded, and that way I can actually make quality videos, because if you haven't noticed, going through the TCL Season 2, lots of lag in the video just from running Showdown and recording audio at the same time. It's it's pretty bad. So I'm definitely trying to change that so we can get some quality content going. But in order to do that, I have to raise money. So until then, I've started streaming on the PS4. It's very economical for me because the PS4, for some reason, my computer's a potato. My PS4 is a better streaming device than my potato computer right now. Um, so we're, going through some of the PS4 games. We started Disgaea 5, a full playthrough, start to finish. We're about, I would like to say, just under halfway through right now, probably close to a third of the actual main story, and then we have all the post-game content that people who've played this guy know that there's a ton of. So we definitely have a while for that. We also have a ton of other games coming on the lineup in terms of streaming. We have uh, lots of betas even for beta phases coming for a lot of games that I'm excited to play. For instance, Grand Kingdom. That beta is coming out. That's from NIS America. That's going to be coming out soon that we're in the beta for. We also have Children of Zodiacs. I've been very active on the subreddit lately because the alpha just got released. I don't have the alpha in part because I couldn't contribute enough on the Kickstarter to get it, but that's not a big deal. I'm excited to kind of see the alpha reports. Um, like I said, I'm not too worried about not being able to join the alpha, mostly because we can't stream the alpha right now. We can't live record it or anything like that. So I opted just to go for the beta. It was more affordable for me. And then once the beta comes out, we'll probably actually be able to do live recordings and stuff. So I'll definitely uh, make some content for that. Um, that's going to be a game that I'm going to actually be able to make YouTube videos for off of Steam and upload them. So we're going to have some LPs for that. Going to have some cool strategy and tips and tricks for all that stuff. So I'm really excited about Children of Zodiacs. The original feedback that's been on the subreddit has been very positive. So definitely excited for that. We also have, in terms of PS4 games themselves that we're going to be streaming, currently we have Dark Souls 3 that we've played around on casual nights. That's going to be an actual lineup on the schedule that I'll release here in a little bit. Um, so we have that. We also have Fallout 4, which I've barely even touched. We have Witcher 3, tons of cool games. Um, Coming out that hasn't been released yet, we have Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which comes out at the end of May. I've been a huge Mirror's Edge fan. I played the first Mirror's Edge the day it came out, and I played the absolute crap out of that game. And I'm excited to be able to play the sequel, especially since the sequel seems to have much better reviews than the original, which I already like. So that means I just have to love this one. So we're going to be playing that end of May. We're going to be sliding that in the schedule, probably end of May, beginning of June, with a couple videos on the release day, and then I might phase away from it just for a couple days to finish off any playthrough I got going, because I don't know how things are going to land with things like Disgaea 5 and stuff like that. So we'll be able to try and fit that in the schedule. Later this year, we have Final Fantasy 15, which is always exciting. I already have that paid off. Collector's Edition is ready to go, just waiting for that September release date to come by a little bit faster so I can get that in the PS4 and rolling, because I'm super stoked about that. The graphical quality is going to be basically the gold standard, and that game is going to give a hint as to what the Final Fantasy VII remake will be when it comes out. So a lot of people are looking forward to seeing like all the summons and stuff like that in Final Fantasy 15, myself included, to see what we can expect for when they do the Final Fantasy 7 remake, and if it's going to be worth going through that episodic type format, because a lot of people are kind of iffy on that. So we'll see how that goes. Uh, um, we also had Kingdom Hearts 3 originally planned, but recent news developments, if you haven't been following the Kingdom Hearts news this past week, Quentin Flynn, he's the voice actor for a lot of superhero stuff. You know, a ton, he's a very famous voice actor. He was supposed to do voice acting for Kingdom Hearts 3. He's been active on Twitter saying that he hasn't even been in the studio, kind of hinting at the fact that there's been a ton of delays for Kingdom Hearts 3 and production has not been going well. So, coupled with the fact that Final Fantasy 15 is going to be released at the end of the year, um, makes me personally believe that Kingdom Hearts 3, you probably won't even see it this year. We're probably going to be pushing it. I would imagine in terms of marketing, you're probably going to see Final Fantasy 15 in September. You're going to see probably Kingdom Hearts 3 end of winter next year, kind of like in the first quarter range. And then you're going to see the Final Fantasy 7 remake probably sometime later next year, sometime, end of summer, beginning of fall. The fall lineup is always really strong, so they would probably want to push that around that time. So that's kind of what I'm looking towards. I mean, that stuff's way out. Right now, what I'm mostly focusing on is the streaming aspect. The stream, of course, will be twitch.tv/ smallcreations. Actually, I guess it'd be this way. Yeah. Trying to do something cool here, and I'm failing miserably. Um, yeah, so be sure to stop on by. For sure, give me those follows, give me those views. Definitely keeping track of that stuff. We're currently at just under 50 unique views at 5 followers right now. We have only been streaming for during the weekdays for the past 2 weeks, so 10 days of stream as of yesterday. And we're actually getting, probably close to about 3 to 5 people a night just coming by and chilling. Uh, which I definitely appreciate. I love hanging out with you guys. I know the chat hasn't been active in my past broadcasts. I would love for you guys to change that. By all means, come by, stop, talk about the game or about anything really. I always have the chat windows open on my laptop as I'm playing, so I'm always happy to be able to chat with you guys and kind of chill and relax, especially after a hard day at work, because I do stream from 6 p.m. EST to 10 p.m. EST, and that's still going to be the schedule, barring a half hour here or half hour there. Sometimes, especially lately with work being so busy, I've been cutting the stream a little early, say like 6 to 9, or even starting late because I've had to work overtime. So it's been from like 7 to 10 or 7 to 9:30, something like that. But 6 to 10 is a pretty tight schedule that I'm trying to hold to as much as possible. I want to get that 4 hours a day in, because if you're only running 1 to 2 hours on a PS4 game, it's really hard to get involved with it, especially with something like Dark Souls 3 or like Disgaea 5. I can kind of pick up and put down, which is kind of convenient for the streaming I've been doing lately. But Dark Souls 3 is the kind of thing, for instance, that you really want to get into. With our casual night, we got in it for, I'd like to say, 2.5 to 3 hours, and while it was great to be able to do that, I had to stop just before the boss that we were supposed to fight because it was going to 10 o'clock and I was getting tired. And if I had just one more hour, I could have had a chance to work on him and actually down that boss. So um, it's kind of the thing that I want to create a big chunk of time for. And for things like Witcher 3, um, Final Fantasy 15 later this year. I want to create a big block of time so that everybody can enjoy it for a suitable amount of time. If you're only in it for like an hour or two, you can barely see anything. So it's not really that fun, I guess. So that's the plan right now. Like I said, the PokeTubing and the YouTube uploads and stuff are going to taper down a little bit until I get the computer upgrades that I need. Uh, I'm I'm looking at probably summertime. Hopefully, when TCL Season 3 starts, that's my benchmark is A, when TCL Season 3 starts, and B, when Children of Zodiacs comes out, because my release is going to be for the PC for that, and that should, it's slated to come out later this year. It was just delayed, uh, so it was originally, I think, an August release date. They just released information stating that the release date is delayed because they have a whole bunch of new content from all the Kickstarter money they received. So tons of stuff that they're adding into the game, and that kind of pushed it out. So um, I would love to be able to get the computer upgrades by the time Children of Zodiacs come out, by the time TCL Season 3 starts, so we can get more content at a quality level for the YouTube channel. I don't want to keep uploading potato quality videos, which is why I haven't done Road to Showdown series and stuff like that. And I'm just not. I'm OCD about. I gotta have that high quality. If I'm not putting out the high quality, I get really irritated at myself. So um, I definitely want to make sure that I do that. And until then, I'm going to stick mostly to streaming on the PS4. Now, I could upload stuff through the PS4 to YouTube, but again, I don't really have the ability to edit it. So um, it's not really my hands are tied here. So uh, make sure to stop on by the stream. You are going to be seeing a lot more of me in terms of the streaming. And then once the computer upgrades come online and I get my computer upgraded, we're going to see a lot more YouTube content as well from the streaming. You know, things like highlight reels and stuff like that that you normally see from streamers that we just can't do right now. That is in the works. But for now, the schedule, as I hinted at, follows. You can see down below right here on the screen. Monday is going to be our action-packed Mondays. It's going to be our action games, things like Dark Souls 3, Witcher 3, all the action-oriented games, especially things like Sword of Sorcery games, like I said, Witcher 3, Dark Souls 3, um, maybe even some first-person shooter stuff. I got Borderlands and things like that. Uh, a lot of that stuff's been out for a while, but stuff that might come down the pipeline, say if Quantum Break or something comes out, not as an exclusive anymore, say it comes out for the PS4 and Steam, I'll be picking that up, and that'll be an action-packed Monday. So, Mass Effect, since the Mass Effect sequel was released, stuff like that. Actiony stuff is going to be on Mondays. Uh, Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be our tactical Tuesdays and our tactical Thursdays. Those are going to be our tactical RPGs. Those are going to be our Disgaea 5s, our Grand Kingdoms, our Children of Zodiacs, all that stuff, all the tactical RPGs and stuff. Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be the days we're going to be doing that stuff. So, if you like those games, by all means, stop on by on those days. Wednesdays are going to be our midweek specials. Those are going to be our um, kind of the games that don't fit into a certain archetype. We're talking games like, for instance, Lego Batman, which we picked up for my son. My son and I have been playing. Wednesdays we can be doing that. Lots of fun stuff, kind of like the midweek um, hump day specials, so to speak, where we do kind of casual games. Um, Not necessarily a full-on casual day, but we do kind of stuff to, you know, this is not an action game, but it's not a tactical game, so it kind of fits here. So, things like maybe a full-blown RPG. Tales of Zestiria, for instance, is on the schedule for stuff that I would like to do soon. Final Fantasy 15 would be a Wednesday slot. Uh, regular RPGs would fit into the Wednesday slot. So there is that. Thursdays, of course, as I mentioned before, are more of the tactical games. And then Fridays will be our casual Fridays. Those will be our viewers' choice games. I will have a list of the games that I currently possess on the PS4 on the Twitch page, and you are free to vote for those. On Friday, I'll be putting a straw poll up at the beginning of the stream for about 5 to 10 minutes to get people's interest on what they would like to see. Maybe they want to see some more Dark Souls action. Maybe, Final Fantasy 15 came out and they want to see more of that they haven't seen uh, enough during the week of. So that's going to be the viewer's choice day. It's going to be casual Friday, just sitting back, chilling, and relaxing, talking to the stream, and playing what you guys want to see, not necessarily what was on the schedule. So anytime after that, the weekends, I generally am going to be spending most of that time with my family. If I upload a stream or if I get on stream on the weekends, today being Saturday, you will only see me in the morning. Now, why is that? That is because I work a 40-hour work week during the week because I have to work. I don't make money during streaming or anything like that. So I work 40 hours. I come home and stream another 20 hours because we have 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. So that's 60 hours. I don't get to spend much time with my son and with my girlfriend who works second shift during the week. So the weekends is my family time, and it should be your family time to spend time with family and friends because you don't want to be a hermit any more than we introverts have to. You want to be out spending time with family and friends, getting that social thing on. So if you see me, you will see me in the mornings because a lot of people tend to sleep in around in this house. Uh, Even my son, surprisingly, 4-year-old, sleeps until 8 or 9. Who knew? So you'll see me in the early mornings, but other than say like a Saturday morning social hour or something like that, you won't see a lot of me on weekends. It's going to be a Monday through Friday thing. Now, I realize that people are more available on weekends, and generally Twitch activity goes up on weekends, but this is the schedule that fits me better. I want to make sure I don't focus 100% on the stream uh, to the neglect of my family. My family always comes first, so uh, that's going to be the plan. Now, if you guys have any questions about that, or if you have any suggestions or comments on, say, the schedule or Twitch streaming, or even, how to get a hold of me, you know, uh, maybe some other time slots or something like that, or you just have some questions or comments about myself in general, feel free to get a hold of me. My Twitter and Reddit and stuff and my email are all down below in the comments and the description of this video, as always. And make sure to get a hold of me on stream anytime during the week. I will always be available. So, that's about it. I mean, we're getting close to about 20 minutes here. That's about the extent of this vlog that I can make do. So, at the risk of making this longer and rambling more, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to tune in on the stream starting on Monday, and I will see you guys then.